Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's one of our fast favourites, the BScast. And for you in the know, that you'll know what the BS stands for. This is one where I sit down with Paul Williams and James Panas, and we talk some stuff. So yeah, check this one out, see what you think to this. This is Cookiecast BScast. That one's on, so let's just get going. I've accidentally started a podcast. And
oh no!
I think I'm going to shut that door because...
Shut that door!
Because if you start hearing contractions, you're like,
oh dear,
whatever.
Because I've noticed on the late night podcasts, when the door's shut, it looks a little better on camera.
It looks a
little bit better.
Oh, okay.
You know that the light is on, so...
It's not a late night podcast.
Well, it's not that, it's the fact that when the light's on, it could be literally any part of the day if the curtains are shut. It's not podcast after dark.
Is it not?
No. Because we swear on the podcast that we record at like 2.
I said to someone today...
Do I need to bring like a little mood lighting thing or something?
No, we're not having sex with each other, James.
Oh, I thought that was the surprise.
Is that not why we're in?
Ta-ta!
I just told you my best. My best. Come look at me once. Sorry.
Oh!
Doesn't get any better than that.
Oh my. Anyway, so you had something to discuss with us, Andrew?
Our last topic of conversation was ranking fast
food.
Fast refreshment?
Yeah.
American shit.
Sustenance. No, it wasn't, because we included coffee.
I honestly thought you were going to say wimpy then.
No, although...
Oh.
R.I.P.
But when you were saying coffee though, weren't all those coffees... Because I was obviously lurking. Weren't all those coffee shops like American... like...
Costa's not American.
Is
I
it
don't
not?
think Nero's is either.
No, Nero's in America.
In
So,
theory.
of all of them...
Alright, so you didn't just go Starbucks. Yeah, alright then.
Basically,
Sorry, go on then.
it was based on the fact that to flesh it out a bit, basically, because I could only think of 4
For what?
fast food places off the top of my head.
You're lying.
No, as in like...
to constitute as fast food.
If there's anyone that's going to know fast food, it's going to be you.
Right,
and you're telling me you only know 4.
So go on then, tell me more after this. They're widely available in the UK.
Fast food.
McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Taco Bell.
Right, I didn't think you were going to go with Taco Bell. I thought I had that one.
Hey!
I had Taco.
You're going to struggle.
Not in there.
Because he said, where does Domino's fall in this? I was like,
It's not fast food.
It takes at least 10-15 minutes to cook
So
a pizza.
Pizza Hut was out the window.
It takes at least 10 or 15 minutes to cook a pizza. And don't give me the bullshit about the buffet, because that's sitting in. And that's very much not fast food.
Oh, Nando's? I never thought about it.
Nando's isn't instantaneous.
No. I've only ever been to Nando's once in my life.
Nando's is good. I don't. A lot of people.
I'm surprised that you say that, and there's no way you
have an
never go to
annoyance about
Nando's.
Nando's.
It's not because it's chicken.
Apparently.
Did we actually? I'm having a weird
I think we talked about
covered a
Nando's,
Nando's because it was a case of what can you get at
But
Nando's.
I'm pretty sure there was a conversation. Either we had the conversation, or there's just the Nando's do a vegetarian option.
Yeah.
Which I think is halloumi.
It's
Yeah, my sister goes.
Well,
goes and
apparently
gets
it's
the
like
halloumi. Like a
one of my mates.
pitta or something,
One of my mates went and he got a portobello mushroom burger, but I think you have the option of putting halloumi on it.
They're portobello mushroom burgers.
But you'd never. If he went to Nando's, you'd never hear the end of it, and not because.
What do you mean? You'd never really end it.
Because it's absolutely not value for money.
See, this is where I disagree.
There's absolutely no way that you're going and being happy.
I was just going to say. So what's your standard Nando's order? But you've been once. So what was your Nando's order when you went?
It was a.
Did you have chicken?
It was I think it was 2 chickens in a pitta.
Two chicken breasts.
2 chicken breasts.
Right, okay.
In a pitta.
Yeah.
4 fried chickens.
And then there were 2 sides.
Okay, so that was like $11.95.
But they were like, but when you say sides, right? Imagine the volume of that. The size is about that size, but half as deep.
For the audio listeners,
Sorry.
He's basically describing a larger than average size mug.
Yeah, it's slightly bigger, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, so one of them with some spicy rice.
Right.
And one with, like, I think I got some, like...
So, the word you're looking for...
Super grain salad or something
the word you're looking for is they're served in tapas-style ramekins.
Yeah, but they're small.
They are. So they're about that. They are about that size.
No, they're about that mug size.
Again, for those listening...
For the audio listeners.
They're about a large mug size. I would say, in fairness, let me think, I reckon you've got about a diameter of what? 4 inches there.
4 inches, so that's about the size of between the sides of these walls, yeah?
Oh, is that on your 6 inches?
Everyone knows that 4 inches is massive. God, I wish.
Always bigger when it's...
Oh, I'll tell you what. It's roughly the size of a Chicago town deep dish.
No, it's not. It's definitely smaller than a deep dish pizza. But anyway, yeah, no. So you're not being happy there. You're not.
So from what I heard, it was like £12 for a small amount of food. I am well and truly.
See, I disagree with this because I don't think it is a small amount of food. You're always full. I've always been full when I've left Nando's.
But did you have a holding pizza on the way?
I mean, no. That's just on.
I love that phrase.
That's just on nights.
Holding pizza.
That's just on nights where I can't guarantee what I'm going to do.
That's either instead of planes flying around in a circle, it's pizzas flying around in a circle.
Like, just on the off chance.
It should be that I'll have to get to a stage where even though we don't have a freezer at work, I'm going to have to keep a Chicago town deep dish pizza refrigerated at all times.
Yeah, but the good thing about that is though, presumably. That doesn't take as long to microwave as a full-on frozen one.
Well, this is the thing. So I had to be on my metal anyway because I was looking at the times and it says for an 850 watt microwave.
And we've only got 600 or 900.
Only got 600 or 900. So what do I do? Do I do it at 6?
Well, you obviously go.
Do I do it at 600 and just nuke it for longer, or do I go 900 and nuke it for like 15 seconds less? I went for the latter.
Yeah, that's the obvious
choice. Do you know
choice.
What? It fucking worked.
Yeah.
I have not currently, fingers crossed, been shitting through the eye of a needle.
On that note, I would say just give it a bit more time. Definitely on the price.
But yeah, I don't think you're there. Because I remember all the fuss to get you to ump it. Are we allowed to say? Yeah, we say brands all the time, don't we?
Yeah, we've
just been saying Nando's.
I know. But it was you were always like, oh, I'm not going there. There's not going to be enough food. And then the next day it was like there was loads.
I've changed my stance on ump it. I've very much changed my stance on ump it.
Quick question about that: is that even still open?
I don't know. I keep saying that I want to go, but no one will go with me.
I will be there in a heartbeat. You pick a day and I'm there.
Right.
I'll bring a crew as well. We'll tidy away.
Tidy away all
that hummus.
Yeah.
So
it's a hummus one day.
Well, yeah, but for that.
So this could be the B side of the last bullshit cast. This could be the part two.
Oh my god, part deux.
Yeah.
Bullshit cast part deux. It's like Hot Shots part deux.
So yeah, we get it.
No, you didn't. I had to explain it because your face looked blank.
I've been thinking about the last one. I was like, yeah, we ranked it and we went through all where we sort of felt things lie and that. So I started thinking fast food. I started thinking like takeaway, like restaurants and stuff like that, and an amalgamation. So the question is, do you think that there's like a situational, not even sure that's a word, and if it isn't, it is
definitely a word.
It's a word.
Situational takeaway stroke fast food stroke restaurant. So what I mean by that is
pizza.
You got the lads. Soccer Saturday, you got the lads coming around. I mean, that's got pizza written all over it.
It absolutely does.
A few cans of lager.
I love how he's keeping it relevant there because he's absolutely not watching Soccer Saturday.
Hey!
Really? Literally the only person who's watching Soccer Saturday.
He is a alumni of the.
Fair enough.
Big shout out to Toot, by the way. Just before I rip in him a new one. Was it wrong that I wanted to reply to his email today? Where he's like, sorry, can't make Soccer Saturday, busy, but up the borough. Was it wrong that I wanted to respond with, oh Matthew, dear Matthew, surely by now you know you're a Leeds fan, so your opinion doesn't count.
Right? But we all know he's a Blades fan.
He's a Blade. He's a 100%.
Were they the early kickoff as well? Is that why he wasn't there?
No. This is for a couple of weeks' time.
Ah, right, okay.
But on this coming Saturday, which I'm sure we'll get to at a later point on a different podcast. I believe this weekend's fixtures is Leeds versus Sheffield United.
You have fucked this up though now.
Why?
Because this is absolutely going to go out way after that podcast.
Well, it don't matter.
Very true. So, for example,
right? Okay, yeah.
You're out. You're with the missus. You're shopping. That's got coffee written all over it. You're almost definitely getting a coffee in that situation.
Right.
So that's like situational.
Okay.
So, romantic takeaway. Go.
Romantic fast food.
Go.
It's fundamentally not that romantic, is it?
I mean,
because if someone said to me, it's date night or whatever real couples do. You're having a night in and you've got to order something for date night.
You got to order in? I was certainly going like the Marks and Spencer's meal deal type affair there. You know, bottle of wine, couple of steaks.
Meal for 2 for 10.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure it's now meal for 2 for 12.
I think it's 12.
But you're talking about delivered ready to eat.
Which is why,
hot and fresh out the kitchen.
For Valentine's Day, the good lady was like, why don't you nip off to the kitchen and cook me a steak, fuckface? And I was like, can do. Went to Max's, 2 for 12. Was like, fuck it off. Went to Asda, bought a beautiful looking steak for like $3.50. Cooked that bad boy up. And macaroni and cheese to go with it.
Yeah, boy.
Bit of veg.
Yeah, boy.
Bit of veg.
Bit of veg.
Bit of veg.
Did I do a bit of veg? I might.
Well, if there were no veg, you were eating just a lot of macaroni and cheese.
Say something like
I was eating. I had a plate of macaroni and cheese.
Obviously, as a man who does not eat steak, I'll have to defer this question to the gentleman to my immediate right.
I cook a mean steak.
So,
are we going type of steak here?
No, just it's any type of steak.
Mm-hmm.
Your steak is served to you.
Rare.
1, how is it served? And 2, what are the accompanying sides?
You mean in terms of sauce?
Or fries.
Top 3.
Fries.
Top
Steak
3.
fries.
So
surf and turf.
Pretty much always going medium rare. Now I realise, depending on where you're going, I think whether you ask for rare, medium, well done, it's however the guy who's cooking
that's
feels
the thing.
like.
That's also if you go to places that you're aware of, you tend to know like how they cook the steak, because there's a pub around the corner from us called the Quaker Wood. Shout out to the Quaker Wood. But my mate is convinced that he knows that the chef in there, which has probably changed about 8 times over the past couple of years, but he always orders his steak 1 down from what he actually wants, because he knows he's going to overcook it.
Yeah.
So if he wants it medium, he knows to order it rare.
I know. I'd always be dubious of asking for anything medium because I'd rather have it. If it's not going to be what I want, I'd rather it be under than over.
Yeah, I'm the same on that. So I'm one of these people who I like a bit of blood,
blushing
in the steak. But then again, I'd have it. I've never had a steak blue, but I'd be tempted to try it. That's literally where they just seal it on both sides and go.
You can cook a steak in 30 seconds.
You can cook a steak in 10 seconds.
Well, in fairness, there's absolutely nothing wrong with just eating a steak raw. It's not going to do anything to you.
There could be bacteria on the outside. That's why they have to seal it. But you can have carpaccio.
You can have steak tartare, carpaccio. You go and want to try a steak in the butcher's, it'll give you a little bit off the end. Oh yeah, it tastes really nice. I'm not going to try
ever done that.
No, I'm not going to try and bullshit you that I can tell what a steak tastes like when it's raw. But it is a thing. But anyway, so I'm going medium rare.
Yeah.
I'd always like to have something that's there with, some mushrooms, maybe an onion ring or 2. Bit of fries. Not interested in the tomato. Right?
Grilled tomato, you can stick that well and trim it up your ass.
Cold tomatoes. Any warm tomato, like whether it's on a cooked breakfast
or
whether it's next to a steak, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
100%.
I completely disagree with both of you there.
You like a warm tomato?
For some reason, I am just a fan of tomatoes in all forms.
Oh no! If they're on pizza, well, obviously on pizza.
Well, that's different though, because that's the tomatoey sauce.
No, but you have like pizza with tomato on.
But there are heathens. There are absolute heathens out there who will say, "Is that tomato sauce on that base of that pizza? Why don't you take that off? Barbecue sauce."
Well, I had this conversation with Ed today because Ed apparently doesn't like tomatoes. right?
Yeah.
Won't eat tomatoes, and I'm like, you eat pizza a lot, and he's like barbecue base.
Yeah, he always tends to go for barbecue bases.
I was like, but you realise barbecue base is just like tomatoes, just with like sugar and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, the way I see it is barbecue base is like take some ketchup, take some brown sauce, mix them together. It's not really like that.
I love how Ed's mind works. It's just nailed.
Yeah. So So he doesn't see pizza-based tomatoes as tomatoes. Maybe he's like you.
Interesting.
But I know I'm not into a warm tomato.
So I agree with everything you said. Obviously, apart from the tomato thing, I'm just going to raise it a slight bit for you. So you've got your pan cooking, you've got your steak in there.
Yeah.
You take your steak out to let it rest, obviously let it for a couple of minutes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Got all those lovely juices in there. What's that? You've chopped up an onion and some garlic, and you've thrown it in that pan.
No.
Get it on the top of that steak, bad boy.
No, I'm not into
sauces.
Sauces. No, I'm not into sauces.
That's
really.
not sauce. That's not sauce. That's just.
Well, that's like that. That to me sounded like garlic.
Caramelised.
That sounded like a bit like garlic butter to me.
Oh no, this was just caramelised onions and garlic.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a sauce béarnaise or a sauce Diane or a peppercorn.
Oh, well, was this the 70s? Steak and peppercorn sauce.
Peppercorn sauce is what you get all the time at like
Toby Carvery.
The Windmill.
Yeah.
Or any Weatherspoons.
Yeah, no.
I've not had a Weatherspoons meal in a long time.
I'm surprised, right? Because like, don't they do like a steak day?
They do
where
steak
you can go and
night.
You know, like every day of the week's
Wednesday.
a day in it at Weatherspoons. Like fish and chips,
I don't know if
burger day or curry
I
day.
was going to say curry day is definitely.
There is a
on there.
steak day though.
Steak day is Wednesdays, I think.
So he hasn't been in ages, but he knows the day.
I know my way around a Weatherspoons. Mate. I mean, come on, James. I'm clearly not a man who sat here thinking, salad for me to lunch today, I think. Am I? Come on.
No, we've obviously had the holding pizza.
Exactly, I'm a man who has a holding pizza every now and again.
Yeah, so not into sauce, but yeah, that's how I want it. Ideally, if I'm cooking at my house, griddle pan rather than a frying pan.
I like it. Get those marks.
Yeah.
Right, here's another one for you. Are you an oil in the pan or oil on the steak man?
Well, there's no point putting it on a pan if you're using a griddle pan. Number one, it's got to be on the steak, else it's just.
Well, I don't know, because your oil would coat the bars.
Yeah, but then you lose it. But no, for me, oil the steak, do it on one side, and when you turn it over, then I'm putting a little knob of butter in.
Oh, you saucy
mix. Like a bit of butter. You can't go from the start though, because it'll burn.
This saucy little bastard! Look at him!
Oh, yeah.
Look at him turning up. A steak. This is a man who, but then he wastes all that salt, all that juice in that pan by not making some sautéed onions and mushrooms.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting like half a pound of butter in that.
You are. You said get an entire stick.
No, just enough. Yeah. So no, that's me and steak.
So, equivalent question comes to you.
How do you like the
We've found some form of fake, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh no! I will see. This is a whole new question. Can I just find out here? Do you do the fake meats?
Yeah, I mean,
you're a fan of the chicken cutlet type things.
The short version is as a vegetarian.
Nice.
I mean, now you're at the top of your game as far as vegetarian stuff.
They've nailed chicken. They can't get chicken any better. There's certain chicken things that they make that tastes better.
Someone
than
at work
mint
had some of that fake chicken corn and was like, have a bit of that, and I'm like it smells like chicken. It looks like chicken. I was like, there's a taste that isn't chicken there.
I'll give you that. The chicken pieces, I'd agree with that.
This was slicers.
Oh.
This was the slices that you put in the sandwich.
Well, the chicken escallop things and the nuggets taste just the same.
But what got me is it tasted a bit funny. But maybe I was thinking I want it to taste funny because I know it's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something that's in it. So I left it. I've got like a spoon on my desk that I like stir coffee with. So I left it there and I forgot about it. About 3 hours later, I was like, what is that? It had changed colour. It had curled up. It had started walking off on its own, whatever. It was just awful. As soon as the moisture had gone out of it, it became a different beast.
And mint and stuff like that, it is so moisture hungry. Well, I like to make a chilli, but I like to take all afternoon to make a chilli.
You have to have a slow cooked chili.
A chili is a slow cooker meal, really. Unless you've got a pot that you can dedicate 2-3 hours to.
That's how this guy rolls. If it takes me less than 3.5 hours to make a chili, I ain't making a chili. Yeah. And
I don't know.
Ideally,
every now and again,
make that bad boy the day before.
Yeah.
Always. If I make a chili, I'm making it like 8 portions worth, and then that's that's in freezer. Always better when it's like stud.
Yeah. So I've got a pan that I purposely for the purpose of making chilies. It's this big. I fill it.
For those listening on the podcast, he basically made...
It's just a large
pan. It's a big pan. Cook it, and for the Super Bowl, I was like, I need like top grade chili for Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I made it on the Saturday.
Do you know what?
Yeah. Left that bad boy sat there.
If you were to offer me pork hot dogs topped with veggie chili, I'd be all over that shit. That is good.
What if I offered you veggie hot dog with veggie chili?
I wouldn't be as...
of Monterey Jack.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm just not into hot dogs, really. It's not.
Well, if I said to you it wouldn't be a hot dog, it would be a sausage in a bap. So it's a grilled sausage.
If it's a normal,
it's got that bite and snap to it, not the sort of fold.
It's not a German style sausage.
It's not a bockwurst. It's a bratwurst.
No, I'm not into those either. It's the texture.
Yes, you are into them.
No, I'm not into a hot dog. It's not.
It's a sausage in a fucking bap, you knobhead.
Yeah, but I'm just not into it.
You absolutely are.
I know, but
so you're saying on a morning, if someone said to you, sausage sandwich, James?
Yeah, because they're sausages, they're not bratwursts.
They're exactly the same.
No, the texture's not the same.
It absolutely is.
The texture, no, it's not.
Oh, James.
I'm looking at him for backup, and he's like, I don't talk about sausage.
James, do you reckon I'd be sitting here like talking about sausages if I didn't know my way around a nice, tasty little sausage?
This is why you get him on all the podcasts.
For all the boys.
Yeah.
Speaking of
and
all
the ladies, of course.
Speaking of all the boys, what was that city in Brazil?
I honestly didn't remember seeing it.
What city?
I'm being very, very unpleased.
So Rio.
Not Rio. It begins with A.
Sao Paulo.
No.
Azari de Dios.
So top country. Newest one to add itself to the list. I think we've had it before, but its latest is Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to embarrass myself.
Oh no. Anindua?
Excuse me.
Anindua?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. I'm just trying to think back, like Football World Cup.
Yeah.
Where are those games?
But where was the one? Manaus. That's where England played one of the games. But that was in the Brazilian rainforest. To bring it back to your earlier question of romantic.
So it's night in.
Oh yeah.
You and the missus, night in.
So
you pick the phone up and you dial.
The missus.
The missus picks the phone up and dials for a new boyfriend.
She basically thinks. I mean, I've made a horrendous mistake here. I feel like I am kind of stuck with him now because it's almost a year. Oh, fine. I'll just make do. Just send whatever food you've got. So I know that possibly her favourite food item is deep fried cheese in all its forms, mainly mozzarella sticks, which they serve at McDonald's. So instantly I'm in there thinking, well, I know I can get them from there. What else can I flesh this out with to make it a proper romantic meal? Just as many double cheeseburgers as you can, mate, and just make it snappy. Have I ever told you about when I think this might be his first shout out on the podcast, Ben Briggs.
Saw him today.
Yes, works for our company.
He's come out of hiding.
I don't know this man.
We used to go. Well, we still do every now and again, but we used to go to Harrogate quite a lot on the train. We'd go basically for a drinking day and stuff like that. So you'd go around all the bars, pints in each one or stuff like that. And then when it was time to get the train back, what we'd do is we have to walk past the McDonald's. And every time he was there, he worked on the principle of the amount of pound coins that I have in my wallet equates to the amount of cheeseburgers that I will buy.
That's a double cheeseburger for £1 as well, right?
No, just cheeseburger. Single cheeseburger, 99p. Doubles are £1.59 now, I think.
Really?
Robin Bast.
I tell you what, that's massively gone up since I
Oh, yeah.
used to go to McDonald's, because I'm thinking back in the day where like a hamburger was 69 and a cheeseburger was like
I think it was.
79
I think
or
it was
something.
hamburger 69, cheeseburger 79, double was 99, and
Yeah.
then they've obviously worked out they can make loads more money by upping that price. So yeah,
It's
so
been a while
so the
since
most
I've been
the most he ever bought in one session was I think he bought 12, and then just started giving them out to people because he'd had like 3 and was like,
I don't want these anymore.
I think I've gone a little bit bigger than Belly here.
But the only
Absolutely
thing is,
cold.
if you'd have just waited, because anyone will tell you when you go to McDonald's, you eat food, you're like absolutely full. 20 minutes later,
Yeah.
did I eat?
eat?
Where did that go? So you should have held on to them bad boys.
I've finished a meal in a McDonald's with friends, so you're like talking and like eating and talking and eating. I've
got
finished a meal.
Ooh.
This was, I'm talking about eating in a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the time I've finished it, I'll be like, back in a minute. Get another order in.
Oh, everyone's done
Are we
that.
going for these? Are we talking spicy bean burgers here?
Fillet of fish meal.
Oh,
So that shows how
that-
well they're
Jesus
Because
Christ.
back in the day, there was only 2 options for a veggie there, weren't there? There were no.
There was only one option in those days.
Did you not get the spicy bean burger?
No, they've only done spicy.
I
You're a bit older than me.
I'm
When we used to go out
almost
with the
certain that
kids-
McDonald's do not offer a spicy bean burger.
I've never had.
They used to do a spicy bean burger.
Absolutely.
When I was about 15, 16, we used to go down, and it used to right annoy me, like called Marcus.
Right annoy me that, dude.
Right annoy me. Like called Marcus, right, used to get the spice. Weren't even a veggie. I don't know why. He was getting that made to order, so everyone else was just like hanging around like. Right. And you can imagine at McDonald's, they're like, someone's asked for the bean burger. Where's the process map for that? Because we don't know what
Process Jesus.
Where's the one frozen bean burger?
They'll
that we're
go
supposed
find
to do
it
here?
first. They'll be like, I know we had one.
Natasha, can you go in deep freeze?
Again,
Having worked in a semi-fast food based establishment.
Why do you say semi? Was it just slow?
Well,
it
no,
wasn't-
because
it wasn't
Wimpy
McDonald's.
has never ever classed itself as fast food. It's always cooked to order.
I just remember Wimpy going and sitting in the Wimpy on a plate, wasn't it?
I don't think we ever had plates when I was working there.
I'm telling you, when I used to go Wimpy parties as a kid,
Well,
when you're
bear in
waiting
mind-
for Mr. Wimpy to come out,
Mr. Wimpy, bear in mind, I only started working there in 2002.
You know.
So I only started working there at Megaboy in 2002. So
but you're on the what do you call it though, aren't you? That's like a franchised one.
Oh
rather
yeah,
than
yeah.
normal.
This
So
was
you're in the time zone of the bender in the bun.
yeah, I'd completely forgotten about that. So they sold a hot dog, and to put themselves apart from all other hot dogs, they called it the Wimpy Bender. And it was a case of you could either get the long bun, or potentially, because it was sliced on the top, the idea would be that it would curl. In theory, you could put it in a bun. So you could have a bender in a bun.
But I only ever seen that at like bowling establishments. Don't ever remember that at the actual Wimpy.
Seriously.
When I used to go to as a kid.
It was the way it was produced was in a weird thing, because obviously you couldn't fry it because that would make it crispy. You couldn't put it on the griddle top because that would burst it. So you had to put it in like a little plastic tub, put that in the microwave, do it for like 40 seconds,
Yeah.
and then finish it off on something else
Yeah.
to get it to like
That's
to
a
get it
process.
to curl.
That
It was
innit?
fucking weird.
Yeah.
But the best thing about working in there was the fact that obviously we start to pay for our food, so you had to pay for everything that you had. But if you had people working in there that you were quite good mates with, they'd start to get creative with the burgers. So one of the best burgers I ever had was the quarter pounders always came in brown buns, and all the rest of the burgers came in white buns with like sesame seeds on top. The brown buns were seedless, and they were bigger. So Wimpy special sauce, absolutely brilliant. Best sauce I've ever had on a burger. Get a little bit of that on your bottom bun. Then 3 veg and cheese nuggets on the bottom
So
bun.
what's a veg and cheese nugget? Are you aware of this?
So shaped cutlets filled with sweet
Beans.
corn, peas,
it's like bubble and squeak.
Right, okay.
grated cheese, things like that. then obviously
I bet cheese
breaded,
together.
and then deep fried, freeze dried, and then you obviously do is just throw them back in the fryer and get them back up to temperature. So they're on the base.
Mm-hmm.
Then quarter pounder, cheese, Bosch. A little bit more spread, a little bit more special sauce, a little bit of lettuce just to pad it out a bit. Bosch chicken in a bun.
So the chicken in a bun within the bun.
No bun. But it was called chicken in a bun. Was the actual patty, but it was just the chicken, obviously without the bun. But it was still called chicken in a bun. So it was a chicken in a bun patty without the bun. So just a chicken patty on top of the quarter pounder with cheese. Boom.
Oh, we're not
no. A little bit of mayonnaise.
Oh, I thought you were going for a bit more sauce there.
No, a little bit of mayonnaise.
A little bit of mayo.
Then,
Well, chicken goes with mayo, doesn't it?
then a hamburger.
Not
This
a
is-
quarter
I mean-
pounder.
I
Just
mean-
Oh,
just a
seriously.
Just a standard
Just a standard-
hamburger.
just a
Yeah, because
thick
you don't want to
hamburger.
push
We're
it.
up
would you?
here by.
Oh, seriously, these right. So it used to be the cardboard boxes. You couldn't actually physically close one box, so it had to be served to you in two boxes, stacked one on
I
top
love
of
how
each
this
other.
is like a staff special and it's got to be served to you.
I'm not finished.
Right,
So that
go on.
so then you have the cheeseburger. On top of that, rasher of bacon,
Yeah.
circular because obviously it's going in a bun. So they had circular bacon.
Which does not exist in nature.
Exactly.
So,
Finish it off. Little more squirt of special sauce, 2 onion rings, and the burger top. Oh my fucking word! So many
No,
times.
it sounds
Best
good.
thing about that was the fact that because it came in a quarter pounder with cheese bun box.
what?
Just
With
just want us
cheese?
to a quarter pounder with cheese, would you please, Chief?
And everybody got fired for stealing.
No.
Next time I go bowling, I'm going in.
Oh no, it's not Wimpy anymore.
Is it not?
It's because it's not even Mega Bowl anymore. It's like 10 pin. So I think it's the Take 10 diner.
I'm just trying to think. I don't go to the one in York, but I've been to the one in Donny quite a few times.
Yeah. Well, I remember working in there when they made the change from Wimpy, and it was just basically an in-house diner. So it was just a case of we just had standard burgers that were served like delivered by Breaks or whatever the company was.
I think last time I went bowling and it's like 2 games and a burger all in, and they bring it you out. To you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it all when I was there. The only thing I didn't ever do was working in the booking office. So, but yeah, worked on the bar, worked on the diner, served the lanes. So I was an alley cat. So worked behind reception, did the shoe return. Oh. Sorry though, because you
can go bowling in your own shoes these days.
You'd get the
can't you?
comedians that would turn up and say, "Oh, you want to put a double squirt in them, mate?" It's like, yeah, I've not heard that 15 times today. Cock.
You can go
Fuck
bowling in
off.
your own gear though now, can't you?
Yeah, apparently so. Where did we go the other week? Where it was you just bowled in your own shoes.
But that's not part of it.
Yeah.
What, putting clown shoes on?
Getting the clown shoes on.
Plus, they've got a bit of slide on,
I've got a
haven't they?
little bit
Yeah,
of
oh,
slide.
you got the technique where you need
Just
to do
a
it.
Yeah,
little
everyone
bit
knows you
slide.
slide in and put one leg behind the other. That's the bowling
What,
standard.
whilst channeling it in a Bill Murray.
Yeah. Oh, that needs to be on the list.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the list
I
the
won't
other
be
day.
there. I won't
the
be
list,
there,
the
You
list,
hate Bill
that,
Murray, don't you?
yeah.
the list
Why?
that we spent ages putting together that we haven't watched. A
Eh,
single film.
Well, no,
Event Horizon.
incorrect. We've watched Event Horizon with Muffy. Muffy. Samwell Muff Chops.
One of the many facts about the Big Lebowski is in the Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges never bowls.
I mean, I'm sure that's like entertaining to someone who's
That
watched
has.
the Big
I was just about to say
Lebowski, but I
that has
haven't
blown
seen
me
it.
away in as much as I've never seen the Big Lebowski.
I'm assuming that it's based around the fact that he's like an
But-
excellent bowler or something.
I mean, the figure's got a bowling bag. They both got bowling bags, in fact.
So, good question.
It's a bowling movie.
Considering that the second one's coming out start of next year, has it been shit canned?
No, it was a Super Bowl commercial for Budweiser, I think.
Oh, so they're not doing a second one.
No.
Oh.
It was Jeff Bridges and Sarah Jessica Parker. And I might be wrong, but I think it was a Budweiser commercial for the Super Bowl.
I see. This is disappointing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, we'll watch that and then we'll go see the second.
I've never seen it. I'm not. It just hasn't.
I'm
It's never
sure
bothered me.
it's a very, very good film.
I know loads of people say it. It's just never really floated with me.
I've got to come back to. Do you remember the bit where I said romantic night in?
Oh yeah.
And you've gone to McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
No, but in fairness, he did say
That's what the
she
lady
likes
wants.
a
deep
melted
fried cheese.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I was going to come back to it was because I was going to comment on it, because I was going to say if I'm in charge, which is never. If I was in charge, I'd be like, oh, romantic night in. Right, here we go. Pick the phone up. Thai.
I mean, that is, yeah.
Thai to me is.
I've never eaten Thai.
You probably have done.
Have I?
You probably will have done, just not realised it.
You never had a Thai green curry?
Not like from a takeaway or a restaurant. I've had like Thai green curries from like Asda.
Still counts Thai food.
Yeah, but is it?
Singapore noodles is sort of a Thai.
It's like
based
eating
thing.
like Asda's own chicken chow mein and going, "Oh, I had a Chinese meal." Like, really, did you? You know what I mean? It's not really the
But
same.
to come back to what you were saying,
Mhm.
as like I said, as I'm not in charge, Leonard'd be straight JoJo's pizza all the way. Like, but what got me thinking was, I was like, if I was out in town with a mate, I think it's acceptable to say, should we get a coffee? That's fine. Get it on the go, maybe. Wander around if you wander around. I often meet a mate of mine. Big shout out to Ian. We'll meet up. We'll have a coffee. He'll have a tea. I'll have a coffee. And I'll get one. He'll get the other. Then we go for a wander. Job done.
Well,
That's
me,
acceptable.
you and Keith went for coffee and cake.
Yeah, coffee and cake. Me and James had a lovely day in Whitby. We went to.
You say you had a lovely day, but I think I heard about this where you just come back again moaning about how expensive the day was. Or was that Keith? One of you did. I just imagine it's you. Whenever it's money.
I'm from York.
I know.
I eat Yorkshire. I'm a tight Yorkshire man.
Wasn't it an expensive day?
Or as
Usually
Keith would have called you, a peasant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but we proper mandated the shit out of that.
I think though, I know we've got off food here, but whenever you got to Whitby though, did you do all the things that you have to do when you're at the supermarket? I don't know where I came from. When you're at the seaside, like, because I feel like if I'm there, you're like, well, why me? I've got to have the fish and chips because it's going to be way better than like not.
Yeah, but surely
But then you're going to be like, now I've got to do the ring donuts because they're like
donuts. That's definitely not that. No.
But you always get them fresh made at the seaside. You don't want to be having them bread ones from Asda.
Yeah.
He's probably got him behind there.
I'm with
waiting.
you. So
then you've got
we had
prawns and vinegar. Like
Do you know what? I was just about to say I wouldn't go for the little donuts. I'd be straight to the fish man.
Yeah.
So he's a cock.
Crab steaks,
Get
prawns, cockles.
Get a little bit of cockles in some vinegar. Or some winkles or whatever it is.
And then you've got like you have to get an ice cream
what's
at the
that?
seaside.
Just chewing away. Oh, a bit of sand. Oh, I think I've just broken my tooth.
Oh!
Yeah, you have to go and do all them things, don't you?
So me and JK, we went to Whitby.
As you do.
As you do.
Was this just
lads.
What was there? Was there a reason?
I remember you going. It was like right in the summer, wasn't it?
Is it a little while after I learned to drive? And because like when I first learned to drive, I was out all the time, just like day trip and like driving around and stuff. Because I love to drive. I still do it now. So it might have been that. It might have been me.
Just an excuse for a drive.
Oh, I fancy going to Whitby, and he was like, I fancy going to Whitby, and then we were like, right, Monday, let's go.
Yeah,
obviously, that's not what
because he's
got
got a chauffeur for beers in Whitby.
So sit down cafe.
Right, yeah.
I
Sherlock's.
was convinced you were going to say the magpie there. That's all anyone ever says. Here we go.
We'll get to that.
God.
So sit down in, I think it's called Sherlock's, which is done out like Sherlock Holmes, and and we went upstairs.
Whereabouts is this?
Coffee.
Are we talking about seafront?
No, this is up the hill.
All right.
So as you come down to, as if you were going to walk down to the seafront.
Have you gone through the whalebone thing?
So Whalebone's round there.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, great for those audio listeners. Whalebone's round there. This was if you were walking that way.
Uh-huh.
Shops and stuff up the hill. This was up the hill, and it was on the hill. Went in there, great in there. Been before. Lovely slice of cake, coffee. Then sit down at the Magpie.
So overpriced.
That was where the Caffrey's thing came from. Because we sat, and we were like, cool, have a sit down, nice one. And menu comes. I'm like, I don't need a menu, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm having. All of a sudden I hear, the fuck's this? Caffrey's? Oh yeah? That involved me going, I didn't even think they made it anymore. I had to Google Caffrey's, still made it.
Oh,
Found
yes,
out that
they
we could buy it in a pack of 4 from like nearly every supermarket. He's like, definitely going to the supermarket on the way home.
Yeah.
That's just outside of like. I mean, obviously he's into his Guinness and stuff, but Caffrey's is like. It's there, isn't it? It's like Caffrey's is the one that's like the crossover one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Caffrey's like half ale, half stout. It's like a
No,
dark
it's
ale,
just
isn't it?
it's just a creamy ale.
To me, it was always like beer with milk in. Because I used to have a pack of Caffrey's.
Caffrey's is nice. We were out drinking a couple of weeks ago, and we ended up in the Priory because it had Caffrey's on draft. It's nice. It's good.
Is that when I left yours?
No.
He had a
oh
pint.
yeah, it was the same night.
Yeah.
He had a pint of Caffrey's. He might have had a couple of pints of Caffrey's. Little sit down at the Magpie. That was nice. Got a wander. Went to all the shops and stuff. Very nice day. So that's acceptable. Full on mandate.
Of course.
Okay. But you're out in town. But if I'm out with the missus in town, I'll just get a coffee. And what sort of led me down this road was I used to go out with Double D. We used to go and have a coffee. Podcast alum, Donna.
Oh, okay.
We used to go for a coffee. So that's what led me down the path of situational.
I didn't know who he was going with that.
Yeah.
Because we started off with romantic coffee, and then he's talking about the mother-in-law.
So I'm like, so coffee transcends all the boundaries. But then I started thinking, I was like, well.
So you're trying to find a food that is suitable for all situations. Is that basically what it boils down to?
No, because it just led me down this. So if you were like, I was like, well, if I was ordering takeaway, what would I order? And if Leanne was ordering, what would she order? And I'm like, well, that's like in a relationship with different people or different things. Obviously, straight into McDonald's, getting all them burgers and mozzarella sticks.
With used to though, presumably when you get a takeaway though, that's like it's an easy chance for the Anne to eat meat and you not eat meat as well.
It is, but she doesn't.
Oh really?
Because we share a pizza and we share a garlic bread and we share whatever. So yeah, she generally doesn't.
So she must not eat that much meat then?
Not. I think she takes the opportunity to eat meat
If you're not here.
without me.
Yeah.
So she'll go and meet her stepdad for
meat.
breakfast, and have meat. She went to meet one of her friends
Meat.
at work and had
What are you doing?
had a McDonald's. She'll happily get a McDonald's if I'm there.
Oh, McDonald's breakfast, not been them in a while.
She loves a Big Mac.
Who doesn't?
It's made me realise I've not been to McDonald's in. It must be at
6
least.
minutes.
It must be at least 2 years since I've been in McDonald's.
2 years?
Yeah.
That's gotta be bullshit. Everyone's been caught short when it comes to having something to eat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
No.
I thought you were getting a McShit
No. But I mean, that's happened on several occasions.
or a McShit with lies.
But is it...
I'll order in a minute. I'm just gonna McShit with lies.
No, as in it's a standard, like, see you're out somewhere. This happened to me and James a couple of weeks ago when we were going for a gig in Leeds. So I went and got the train across. A couple of cans on the train. Then obviously got there, thought, well, we'll go into this
Can you
bar.
ever go on a train without cans?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
If I'm going to like a meeting or something. Don't think you'd be having a couple of cans of lager there, would you?
Okay.
But if you're on the day somewhere, lads on tour, Lads. So yeah, got to Leeds, straight into a pub or a bar. Couple of beers in there, and it was a case of right. Got about an hour and a half till the gig's due to start. Do you want to go and see if we can get a table somewhere, get something to eat? And it's pretty busy. Should we just have another couple of beers here and then just hit McDonald's on the way to the gig? Yeah. Everyone's had that sort of can't get a table somewhere, caught short. What do we do? McDonald's.
Can we replace the caught short? Can we have a different phrase? Because all I can hear is everybody's been like out in town and been like, got an Ed 209 situation going on.
Oh, what?
Ed 209.
What the fuck is that?
When your bowels or your bladder, let's go with bladder goes, you've got 10 seconds to comply.
I thought that's where he was going. I just didn't get the reference with Ed 209.
Ed 209, it's a Robocop thing. You got 10 seconds to comply.
Right, okay.
It's when you get a twinge from your bowel.
Have you equally not seen Robocop like me?
I have seen Robocop and I enjoy Robocop. Best bit in Robocop.
It's basically you've got 10 seconds to get to a toilet.
The best bit in Robocop's when the guy tries to sort of like mow him down and drives into the toxic waste silo, and then comes up back going, and then someone drives through him and he doesn't explode. He just basically turns into water.
Yeah. I've not seen
Red
it.
Mist.
Fantastic.
But no, I've never thought, oh, do you know what? I'm so hungry. I need to go to McDonald's.
So I can, and I'm not.
But if you're in centre of York, I'd always go for like the Cornish pasty bakery, or like maybe even the hog roast.
Oh, this guy got money to burn!
Right, well, I'm saying I don't get to McDonald's. I'm not saying I don't eat shit.
To be
Just
fair,
don't eat McDonald's shit.
to be fair, there have been occasions where we've been on a night out and we've already been drinking. It's a case of, right, we need to eat something. We don't really have time to like sit down and stuff. So I'm a proponent of the Cornish pasty bakery, panini,
Cornish pasty shop.
carry on beer.
No, you can get like a little cup of roast potatoes and gravy. Yes.
I can,
Who don't like roast
and I'm not
potatoes
gonna.
and
I'm not. I wouldn't swear to this.
Oh, I thought you were
but I can almost
slagging people.
tell you the exact point in time when I was last in a McDonald's for food.
rather than being caught short.
I think I can tell you.
There we go.
For food.
Why?
It was when me, him, and JK went to go see Black Panther / Avengers: Infinity War. Am I
It's the correct answer. Now that's.
I even paid for it. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Is this did you go city screen? Are we talking?
No, this was up at Monk's Cross.
All right.
At View.
At the View.
That's not Monk's Cross.
Clifton Moor.
Definitely not what I meant.
We had 1 hour between the two.
I think it was longer. It was like an hour and a half. It was like 90 minutes, wasn't it?
So it was like McDonald's, then, yeah.
I think I'd already had my tea, but it was like 1 o'clock in the morning at this point, or it was 12. Yeah. So it was like a case of right. I need a coffee because I've already had my one nap in the first film. I'm obviously going to be having another nap.
I need to be ready for my next nap, so a coffee's going to really.
Seriously, I don't think I've ever been more tired than I was at work the day after that, because I honestly think I got about 2 hours sleep max.
Surely you've been to work after a Super Bowl.
No.
You've been to work and slept in your
Never
car
had to do it.
outside work and then come in, haven't you?
That was that day.
Was that
that day?
More than likely. There was a couple of times where I just got to work. This is about when we had to park like off-site parking. I was like, I don't have to be in for at least another hour. But you can't sleep properly in a car.
Nah.
Mainly because it'll be sod's law that like Tom or someone will come up and go, ah! It's like knocking on the window, like, ah! But yeah.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking.
I can't imagine.
All this talk of food.
It's not that. It's just I can't imagine that people are going to still listening to this at this point. They're just like, oh Jesus, they've been talking about food for so long. I'm hungry now.
People are
and I'm eating my tea.
literally glued.
I reckon there's loads of people like that going, you can get mozzarella sticks.
People are like, mozzarella sticks from McDonald's. That's
Either that,
news.
Either that, or they're about to tuck into their steak and like, There's no sautéed onions and mushrooms
No
on
fries
this.
on the side.
Oh, there's a good point. Just one final thing.
Fries or chips?
Steak cut chips.
Steak cut chip every day.
Yes.
Every day for me.
That's a good point. Where are you?
Fries,
on the, where are
obviously,
you
like
on the
McDonald's fries.
Where are you on the
Steak cut,
chips?
Like a
Sort of.
I'm
scale?
sitting back down because we're going to get into
Oh
it.
dear.
We're getting into it.
Because we're back on topic now, aren't we?
We are, to be fair.
Structure. How do
Structure.
you like your chips?
Or are you there's a different chip for a different occasion kind of man?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Like I say, me and Leon have a standard takeaway order. And that includes
Fries.
chips.
Salt and
with
pepper chips?
cheese.
Oh, cheesy chips.
I'll tell you something. The times we've had mystery meats down at Muffins,
with cheesy chips.
when the day that Ed brought the cheesy chips into the vicinity and things like that, I was like, you filthy whore. You've basically ruined chips from the takeaway for me forever now, because I'm going to have to pay the extra to get cheesy chips.
And there are the times when you go, do you know what? I'm not giving you the extra money for the fucking cheese. I'm going to order the chips.
I'm
2
gonna
weeks
grate
before
my
it
own
turns
cheese.
up, I'm going to grate the cheese. I'm going to put cheese on there. And you go,
It's never the same.
not the
It's
same.
never
not.
the
Do you know
same.
why it's not the
Because
same?
they have like super melty cheese.
Because it's fake cheese. It's not real cheese.
Real cheese doesn't melt right.
Have you ever seen
that effect?
Have you ever seen the? So I'm sure there's a place in town. There was like one of the sort of takeaway vans in town, like Ockies or Denny's or whatever it is. Someone once asked them for cheesy chips, and because they didn't have grated cheese, they was just have the sliced cheese that they put on the top of the burgers. So they just basically got the portion of chips and was like,
Well, didn't I thought
Just
that's what you
layered
told me,
two
didn't-
slices of cheese.
Wasn't that at a football ground?
it was apparently there was something
and
in the
charged like
rounds
£7 or
that it was
something.
at Borough. I think it was Wigan family
Oh,
to
here we
Borough.
go.
And they asked for a portion of cheesy chips, and they got given in a polystyrene cup chips with 2 slices of fake cheese on top. And it was like £7.50,
I know.
and people were like, "What?" I'm almost certain that didn't happen.
But just going back to the ones that Ed gets at Dominic's,
Correct.
yeah, that's a lot of cheese
It's
as well.
exquisite. They overdo it. It's almost
Incredible
more
cheese.
cheese than chips.
If Ed's happy, you know it's a good cheesy chips.
Yeah.
Really.
Seriously,
'Cause
that
he
man's,
lives on cheesy
that
chips,
man's
doesn't he?
innards.
Well,
I dread to think.
We're
what they
working
look
on the
like.
principle.
He made
that
me
they're
leave his
galvanized.
desk a couple of weeks ago. I turned up and I was like, Ed, I just need some help with something.
Was
and he
it
was like,
McDonald's Day.
yeah. He sat there, right, and he's got a burger, which is like, in fairness, like 3/4 eaten.
Right.
And he's got this massive mound of chips, and I'm talking, you know when you pour them into the thing,
Done.
and they're all massive mound, and he's
Done.
like, I'm like, oh, are they for sharing? He's like, no, they're not.
Don't.
And he's like, and because people keep interrupting me, I'm not getting through them. He goes, I've got all these chips. There's 2 more burgers in that bag, and I've got 2 drinks there.
Honestly, do not get even it. Somebody asked him for help, and his list of stipulations, because he was part way through his McDonald's, and he was like, I'm bringing this with me, and I'm bringing this with me,
you know
and
what?
I'm bringing this, and I'm eating them
you know
while
what?
I'm talking to you.
Do you know what?
I'm just surprised that he can stop smoking longer
I
than to
fully
eat
support
all
him on
McDonald's.
that. I fully support him on that because he'll have paid good money for that McDonald's, and you don't want to eat McDonald's cold,
But
and it doesn't retain heat for that long.
so as far as we're working on the principle that Ed is probably
Batshit crazy.
a certain percentage snake. He only needs to eat once a week, but
know
when
where
he
you were going
does,
with
it's like he eats his entire
God.
week's worth of calories in that one meal.
Oh, when we've been round to Sam's, and like, I'll be like, Ed, I'll pick you up at like 7 or whatever. And he's like, alright, yeah, because I've got Kaylee back. We're going to get some takeaway. So we'll eat. When we get to and then obviously the second we get there, he's like, what's the food situation? Oh, we're getting down to Dominic's.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Ed, do you want something? Oh, actually, no, Ed, you've already had takeaway. He's like, whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Let's not waste it. And then
I'd buy
it
it.
transpires that he's had his own takeaway. He's eaten the second half of like what Kaylee hasn't eaten, and then he's like, I could always throw down some cheesy chips.
I know.
Just incredible.
I'm sure he's been on podcasts before where he's like, he's said, "Oh, forgot to eat today."
Oh yeah.
Well,
And it's like,
but that's what I mean.
what?
He eats once a week, but in that one meal, he eats his entire week's calorie content. So I've seen him, like,
Probably over.
Like
Probably off for the
he
week.
will walk back into the office. If it's a day that he's gone, screw this shit, I'm off to McDonald's. He will
Fuck this
walk
shit.
back into the office with a minimum of 2 drinks in a drink holder.
Yeah.
And 2 bags. And we're not talking like we're talking the big family size bag.
Right.
And it'll be like 9 burgers, 14.
I
portions
remember,
of
was
chips
it last summer or maybe even like last spring? It was whenever they'd got like the Monopoly thing on, so you can get like all your free shit. And he'd been saving them up, and then realised that they were going to like run out in like 5 days. So he's like, to me and Jade, he's like, I need extra bodies for all this stuff.
bodies.
So we went up. He's like, I need like 3 fries, like 12 cheeseburgers. He got like, Mushcroft was getting coffees on the back of all this stuff. Then the woman's like, yeah, you realise that you can only put through like 3 at any one time or 4 at any one time or whatever. And he's like, he's like, well, there's 3 of us.
There's 9 of us here.
He's like, we'll be back afterwards.
We'll be back.
Right, and then he gets back to the office and he's got this like collection and he's like, right, I need people.
Just what the military organisation is going into this. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to the boy, don't you? I've got a lot of time for
Oh,
him, but
good time.
he's just
He's one of my favourite humans.
He really is.
If you call him human.
Oh, he's a fascinating person. He's a charismatic figure.
Well, have you noticed that every sentence of it is, oh, Ed, he's fucking great. I mean, he's weird as fuck, but he's great, isn't he? He's batshit mental. Every sentence is like,
There's always a
fucking love Ed.
caveat.
I mean, he's
Absolutely true. That's why he is batshit crazy. I think he'd even admit that himself.
weird. For take a ticket, number 1
Yeah.
in that queue. But I'm supposed to. He's supposed to be making a triumphant return to the podcast.
I've been saying
this week.
I've been saying for a while that we need to do something.
Yeah.
I know he basically just banned himself from the socialness for a bit.
That was January.
I know it was.
We're in March.
I know.
He's been
Throughout the whole lot of February, and he's like, I've not really got a reason why I can't.
But he's like, are we doing something? Because I did say January was out, but that was a while ago. And I was like, yeah, we'll do something. Sure.
Sure.
Do it.
It'll be Sam's house for
He's
a
like-
film
he's
and
like-
loads of Dominic's.
It's like, you can come round down
Oh,
town.
God.
Don't you? It's like,
Do you reckon they do like a party pack of food? Where it's just like a couple of Mr. Meats, a couple of pizzas.
I honestly can't think of a situation funnier than when we were stood physically in Dominic's.
Yeah.
And I had to
Ordering
order it
on
on my
our
phone because it was going to be cheaper.
But that was that he told the guy
Yeah.
told us to do it, didn't he?
The mentality of, what am I ordering here? To the guy who's going to make the food for
Yeah, and then he even came across and he was like,
do that and you'll get that
this.
cheaper.
Is that your order? Yeah,
Who the fuck
yeah,
do you
it is.
think he's going to be? Jesus Christ.
I don't know if just as a closing thing, because I know obviously this is like run its course, but I think the ultimate, my favourite part of Dominic's is the fact that you can go in there, having had a night out, you want a kebab, but just in case a kebab ain't enough of it, you can buy a litre of whiskey
Oh, yeah.
from Dominic's. And it's not even the standard bottles, they've got the big old litre bottles.
Anybody need any vodka right now?
I think it's brilliant.
But
But there's probably loads of people going in.
Can I have
And I'm number 44.
Can I get a kebab wrap with extra cheese, please?
And can I have a bottle of Grants while I'm waiting?
Yeah, that bottle of Bell's down there. Just get that. Just splash a little bit over my chips, would you?
And give me the rest to go.
Jesus Christ! And I'll eyeball the rest, and I'll have a fight on my way
I've
up.
never seen that in a takeaway.
Yeah, but that's because you've never
I mean,
been to a
sometimes you can buy
takeaway.
like the odd can of Carlin or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because you've never been to a takeaway that's right in student
I know,
central,
yeah.
is it? So,
Yeah, you never know when you might need a litre of Bells.
I mean, we've all been there. We've all been. Oh no, where's that litre of whiskey that I'm sure I had on me? Oh, saved by the bells. Yeah, I think that one's run its
One
course.
day, one day we'll have to
I
get-
never did answer. I never did
Just put
answer.
together. That'll be £45. I don't think it fucking will be.
No, then he'd be like, but I can make it 42 if you use the app.
Get online and get that one on. Right.
Oh dear.
I'll call it that.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So there you go. What do you think to that? Another one in the bag. these are ones that people are liking by the sounds of things. The numbers show that these are popular, so whilst ever they're popular, we'll keep on doing them. Give us a shout, tell us if there's a topic or a subject that you want us to tackle, and we'll certainly give it a listen and see what we can do about that. For you YouTube watchers, make sure you're YouTube subscribers, click for notifications and things like that. Everybody should jump over to thecookiecast.com. Show us some social media love, drop us an email, and keep in touch. So there we go, another one done. And until next time, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you then. Bye.